This is why you need to watch The House of Cards, lads. If you haven't seen it on Netflix, get on it now. What if I told you there's a show where every handshake hides a knife? Every smile, there's a strategy behind it. Every smile. And you're wondering, what are these people up to? They're thinking three or four moves ahead of everybody else. Some are three or four moves ahead of someone. Some aren't. And the House of Cards, lads, it pulls back the curtain on power, but it rips it down and dares you to look. It's kind of like looking in Pandora's box, right? And a lot of this stuff is real, according to a lot of people. Now, I've never worked in Washington, D.C., right, and this corruption, but apparently a lot of this stuff is real. And if you haven't watched it, brace yourself. This isn't just television. It's an addiction, a revelation, a wild ride into the corners of the biggest thing, ambition, power. That's what it's all about, lads. Everybody wants this in the House of Cards. Some are able to keep it. Some are able to never get it and keep it. It's everywhere. Power isn't handed over. It's taken. It's stolen and pried from the cold, dead hands of anyone foolish enough to stand in the way. And they will cut your throat to get it. It's ruthless. Frank Underwood, Kevin Spacey, ladies and gentlemen, what an insane performance by this man. He's the epitome of ruthless, dark, evil man. And it's all about ambition. And he even states at one stage that he looks down at people who chase money. He doesn't understand it. He actually genuinely doesn't understand why people go on the look and strategize their every move to get money. Because he really believes in the power. He believes in the grand statue, the huge building that people should have instead of money. Because he says that's the real property out there. And, you know, he starts as a loyal congressman, and it seems, well, so we seem, betrayed by the very president he helped elect, right? And here's the twist. Frank doesn't get mad, he gets even. So, let's look at the background here a little bit, lads. So, obviously, it's set in Washington, D.C. in America. Now, it's not your political typical drama here, right? The stakes are high. Frank and his equally ruthless, calculating wife, Claire. I mean, guys, this sometimes this woman would send shivers down your spine. She's so ruthless. I mean, pure evil. But yet you're drawn to her. You're drawn to Francis. You're drawn to what they're going to do at every turn. And in fairness, sometimes you're even rooting for them because you want them to win. It's sick. You're almost questioning yourself, like, am I all right? Like, why am I cheering on these people? They're sick. They're mental. And, you know, they're a power couple like no other. Because you don't have just one guy, Francis Underwood, who's Kevin Spacey. You've got two, Claire, who's backing his every move. Two people against the world. And together, they redefine couple goals if your goal is to rule the world. And it's about manipulation at its finest. It's an art form, lads. And you'll see how alliances are forged, enemies crushed, pawns sacrificed, and all with chilling precision. And it's not just about the politics, it's the personal. Every decision Frank and Claire make comes with a price. And they know it. And watching them navigate this world is as thrilling and terrifying at the exact same time. As the seasons progress on, lads, believe me, there's plenty of watching. It's great because it doesn't get relaxed. The stakes get even higher and more dangerous for Francis and Claire. Francis is trying to become president and crawl his way up that mountain to get to the top by deceiving, lying, manipulating, controlling. taking people down at his every move if he has to. And his wife has got his back, believe you me. And it's amazing because one thing, no, that there's no way he's going to win here. And bang, he does. Then sometimes he loses. And, you know, what's great is the stakes get higher, but his enemies are more stronger, more adaptable, and they're more dangerous than you think. So you think that, oh, can he do it? Can he do it? We'll see, right? But, you know, every glance, every whisper, every calculated move adds to the suspense, lads. And then just when you think you've everything figured out, kaboom, a twist. And you never see it coming. And of course, let's not forget the way House of Cards drags you into the game. Frank talks to us. Okay, every now and then you'll see Frank involve us. He'll turn to the camera and start talking to us and tell us a little bit about what he's up to or what somebody is really like. And he's got this conniving, devious, evil smile. And quite charming too in a lot of ways. So I mean, it's great. It's great. And, you know, he looks into your eyes. He shares his plans. And you're in on the con with him. You want him to win. And that's when you do start questioning yourself. Now, we're not going to give anything away here, lads, okay? No spoilers. But I will say this. By the time we get to the end of Season 2, there's a moment so shocking, so brilliantly executed, like a grandmaster at chess. You'll sit there drooling, frothing at the mouth, looking for more, slack-jawed, unable to believe what just happened. It's the kind of TV, honestly, lads, people talk about for months, maybe even years afterwards. Hey, did you see House of Cards? What season are you up to? Oh my God, you're not going to believe it, man. Like, it's insane. And that's not even the series peak. The twists keep coming. The stakes keep going up and up and up. And you realize there's no turning back for the Underwoods. That's the wonderful thing, lads. They've gone so far up the mountain. They've reached and they've gone past the point of no return. It's either everything or it's nothing. And you're locked into them, guys. And it's a hell of a ride. And here's the beauty of the House of Cards, lads. It doesn't just entertain. It challenges you. It forces you to question your own mentality, lads. I mean, really, do you root for Frank? Do you root for Claire? Because 1 minute you'll be gunning for them, 2 minutes later you will absolutely detest them. Then sometimes you'll actually love Frank, but you'll hate Claire. Then you'll love Claire and you'll hate Frank. And 4 seconds later, you're like, yeah, you are the greatest cheerleader that's ever walked the earth to rooting them on. And, you know, it's a mirror held up, lads, to the darker sides of ambition and humanity. You know, if you're ready for a show that grabs you by the collar, grabs you by the neck, pulls you into the shadows of power and doesn't let go, House of Cards is waiting. Now, I know I've reviewed a good few shows that are edge of cliff hangers. I mean, insane stuff, make you question things. And there is a lot of great TV shows out there, but this is one of the best, lads. This really is. Masterclass in manipulation, corruption, dancing with danger, reaching the point of no return, and you have to go. You have to continue. And the twists are so good. I think this is probably the best TV program I've ever seen in terms of twists, right? Some of the programs are, I mean, just fantastic when they have a twist and you're like, oh my, never would have seen that coming. But this one, I personally think this one takes it to just a higher level than the other ones when it comes to twists. It's awesome, man. It's awesome. Press play. It's on Netflix. After all, lads, the game of power waits for no one.
Peter. Wow.